Step 1, priming. You should always prime your miniatures, then your colors will stick better to them. And for that I'm using the Army Painter primer in black. As a second step, you should start with base coating. For this work I'm using a Kolinsky brush with size 2, and I'm starting with the skin tone. For that I'm using AK Interactive, and I'm starting with the head. And we'll just do it roughly. And now it's time for the trousers with Oxford Blue from AK Interactive. And as you can see, I'm just doing it quick and dirty. For the vest, I'm using Ducat Blue, also from AK Interactive. Okay, and now it's time for flat brown. This is from Vallejo, and for the boots and also for the hand gloves I will use this color. Since we will wash these colors later, they will get darken, and then I can use these colors again as a mid-tone, but yeah, more on that later. So now for the outer vest, I'm using Dark Rust from AK Interactive. Okay, and now it's time for Gold Retributor armor from Citadel. And there we'll just paint the brush and the strings which connect them. Oh, and also the hand protection from the sword, of course. Now it's time for bit metal, machine gun metal from Warpoint's Army Painter. That's for the sword, and also for the metal part of the belt I use this color. Because I wasn't happy with the cover of the skin, I repainted that part. Step 3. Washing. Now the base colors are painted on the miniature, and we can now start to darken them. We are starting with the clothes and the metal parts, and later we will then darken the skin part. For the non-skin part I'm using non-oil from Games Workshop Citadel. And for the skin I'm using the shade Reichland Flesh shade from Citadel. Step 4. Midtones. Now I'm just using the colors which I've used for the base coating, and since the other colors are now darkened through the washes, I'm just using the pure color as a midtone. I'm doing this with all colors. Just leave the parts where the shadows are dark, and only paint the parts where the sun is touching the surface. So you have to imagine there's sun above the miniature, and then you're only painting the visible parts. And now I'm painting the beard and the eyebrows in black. Before that I just corrected some mistakes I made on the black belt. There were some brown splatters on it. On them. Yeah. And now step 5, I'm painting the eyes. For that I'm using white and just make a hopefully perfect drop in each area. Yeah. And now I paint the iris with the black color. Just a little dot in each eye. Now it's time for the highlights. Therefore I will just use colors that are brighter than the one used for the base coating and the midtones. For the blue I'm using AK Interactive with Sky Blue. And medium rust for the west. Where I used in the other steps dark rust before. Now I'm using Mud Brown from AK Interactive for the boots and the hand gloves. And for the metal part I'm using silver now, which is very bright, so it's only on the upper side, of course. And now it's time for the basing. Yeah, for good texture on the base I'm using from Vallejo Earth Texture Acrylic. I put it on the base and let it dry first. And then I'm just taking a white, you can use any white I think, but I'm using Vallejo, and with my brush technique I'm just give the base texture a more interesting color, like frost terrain for example. Then just adding some stuff on the base makes it more interesting, for example a stone or winter tuft, frozen tuft in this example. And then because it's a little bit frosty and snowy, I'm using from AK Interactive snow terrain and put it on the stone, put it a little bit on the base and also on the tuft. It's winter. He's supporting the house dark, so it's winter. And then I'm just using the black color to cover up my mistakes around the base. Last step, but also very important, varnish your miniatures if you play with them. Therefore I'm using the Army Painter matte varnish. And now it's time for the grand reveal. Oh, and by the way, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe.